Hi everybody, so I'm going to do another nice yoga techniques, and I'm going to look at the cat, and then we're going to look at the down facing dog, and then I'm going to show you how you can just put those two postures together and make a nice flowing little vinyasa, so a little sequence that you can put in together. So if you all get into a nice box position, so just your box position for you, knees directly under the hips, so knees back a little bit nice there, just so they're a little bit more boxy, and then the wrists are directly under the shoulders, and then we're in your natural position for yourself. Now your first one is you're going to start dipping into the lower back and then look up, so just look up there. So that's your first position there with this nice little dip into position. Then we're going to do the 3-part one that we do. So we're going to drop the head first, so that just relaxes, and then the tailbone only, so a pelvic tilt, so tip just the tailbone, and then push up into my hand line, so then you arch up here. So therefore you get the movement here into the upper body, the movement here into the lower back, and then moving into middle back, and then go back into the dip, inhale, look up, and then as you exhale, drop the head, tuck the tailbone, and then arch up nicely. And now from that position, on the out breath, move back to your heels. So sit back on your heels now. So slowly move back onto the heels. Okay, so that's from an arched back position. So now just glide forward. So just bring yourself back forward again. Dip into the lower back, look up, inhale. Exhale, drop the head. Tuck the tailbone, arch, lovely, and then inhale and dip, so look up again, lovely, only drop the head, now keep the dip and now move back to your heels, moving nicely back, okay, and you'll feel a different stretch in your back from the arched position to the dipped position, so there'll be completely different feelings for you. So now just do a nice little sweep forward, nicely forward. So I want you now to think about dipping into the lower back, looking up again. Now think about those 3 points. So think about, you drop the head, tuck the tailbone, arch, but no, not yet. But do those all at the same time now. So as you exhale, drop the head, tuck the tailbone, and push the middle back up. So drop the head, tuck the tailbone, arch, all in one sweeping movement. So you're trying to keep this movement here. So you can see here, Nigel's pushing up more here, and this can get left behind, but as long as he remembers to tuck the tailbone under, he'll still add that stretch into his cat posture and not be so much dominant in this area here. So now again, go into flat table back now, so a nice little flat table back, and breathe. Lovely. So give yourself a little breather. We're now going to come into a down facing dog. So I'm going to move Nigel's position so you can see the sort of the long length of his body, but also you can see his heels as well. So just get yourself ready. So Nigel, if you can come off the red mat and then put your head at the very top of this mat here. Okay, so we're going to go this way now. And then, so now you're in your nice box position as you were before. Now, what we're going to do now to start with is we're just going to let the head just relax. So that's just nicely relaxed. So you're about a fist distance, chin and chest is perfect. And then all I want you to do is toe to tuck nicely under, and I want you to push your hips up as if you're going into down facing dog, but keep the knees bent, okay? So push up with the hips, push, let the head drop through. So just bend the knees nicely so they're really bent. So just think about a back stretch. So think about your chest going towards the front of your thigh, as close as you can, and just feel that lovely back stretch. You're just breathing into that, and then you put the knees back down, inhale, just fist distance between chin and chest, and then as you exhale again, exactly the same thing. So lifting up the hips, keeping the knees soft, dropping the chest towards the thigh, keep the knees soft. So you're not worried about your flexibility in your calves, your Achilles, the hamstrings. You're all about this lovely back stretch. And this is what we're going to look for when you do the full down facing dog. So knees come back down, take a breather everybody. Okay, so This time I want you to do exactly the same, but once you're up in the position, I'm going to get you to straighten the right leg and then bend, and then straighten the left leg and bend, trying to bring the heel towards the floor. Okay, so again, now drop the head first, that's it, good, and then through, feel the chest moving towards the front of your thigh there. Now straighten this front leg here, just straighten down, feel the heel going down, but what we're trying to do is keep this position. We don't want to lose that position, so it may not get to the floor, and that's fine. Bend the knee, that's it, bend, 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 nice and comfy again, and then try it on this side, so go the other side, but again, this is what I don't want to change. Oh, breathe, breathe, nice deep breaths going on here, nice. Bend the knees, good, good, and then both together, so both together. Feel your hips going up, feel the chest going towards the front of the thigh, and that lovely stretch there. So can you feel that, Nigel? And then bring the knees down and take an ease. So from the ease now, arch up, drop the head, tuck the tailbone, move back towards your heels, and then you're just going to go into a lovely extended child pose. Now, if that was too deep a stretch for you, I'm just going to put a block underneath your forehead there. Now that is going to be sometimes for some of you a lot more comfortable, and you can use a cushion off your settee. So sometimes just having something to rest on is quite useful in this position. So now what I want to do is show you the different ways we can transfer from cat to the down facing dog. Okay, so I'm going to show you two different ways of doing that. So nice, if you just sweep back up, that's it, good, into a box position. So toes tucked under, so you know that you know toes tucked under. So the first one, I want you to drop your head, that's it, nice and relaxed. Feel your hips going up, keep the knees soft, so hips go up, knees lift, up, 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 up. Then once your hips are up and your knees are bent nicely, then you exhale and bring the chest towards the front of your thigh. Good. And then you try and straighten your legs then, just to your position, and breathe. So that's your first way of going up into it. So it's much kinder on people's knees if you're doing that one. Coming all the way back down, take a breather and breathe. Lovely. You did say to me, this isn't going to be too hard, is it? I always think down facing dogs quite challenging if you do them really correctly. So the next one is toes are tucked under. Now you're going to arch your back again like we just did. Go back into your lovely pose of the child, so extended child pose. So move back, move back, move back, stop. Now drop your head through your arms. Now keep your arms active, which means you straighten your arms. So keep your arms straight, that's it, good, and your head is nicely through. Now from there, come up slightly into your hips. So lift, 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 lift your hips up a little bit. Drop your head through. That's it, good. Tuck your toes under. Now what you're going to do from here, arms need to be straight. So no, so that's it, good. A little bit closer to you, and you lift your head off the floor. That's it, good. Slowly coming back, coming back, coming back, coming back into box position. Okay, so this is really quite useful sometimes, because sometimes I think I'm making myself, and you understand, and it's quite good having Nigel, and then he's doing it slightly differently to I want. So I'm just going to just demo to you, but also to him. So toes are tucked under. So what I want is the arms out like this. And when I say active, everyone, remember they stay straight, so don't drop them down onto your mat. Arch, move back to your heels. Now these stay active, and all I'm going to do is drop my head through the gap, so that then I can then lift my knees from that position. So let's get Nigel in that position. So lovely, good. So lovely arch, that's it, good. And then your head drops through there, and you only go as far as you can go. You don't need to go too far, because you are going to come up into down facing dog, so you've got to remember you're coming up from this position. Okay, so now, and your arm is probably going to need to be a little bit closer to you, because I think you're just going to be too closer to your head, and then straighten. That's it, good. And lift your hips up a bit more. That's it, good. Now drop your head through there. Now from that position, now lift your knees up off the mat and then up. So can you see and keep them bent still? That's it, good. Now put your knees back down. That's it, good. Now drop your head through, and then just feel your chest going towards the front of your thigh and your hips going up slightly. So hips going up, chest going through there, there. Lift the knees, and then chest towards the front of your thigh, chest towards the front of your thigh, there, 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 there. That's better. That's lovely. Now can you see we've got this lovely flat back position here, and then I'm not worrying about at the moment the knees. Now extend your legs up. Now bend your knees, put your knees down, don't change this shape, just put your knees to the floor, and then lift back up again. Lift and then feel this chest going in. So this is just there. Now knees down, but try not to lose this position. Knees down, knees down, knees down, knees up, push, up, 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 chest towards front of your thigh, ease. Good. So you can go from one to the other, knees down. Can you feel how quite challenging this is? Knees down, and then move all the way back to your heels, stretch out, and then relax your arms, passive arms, bend, 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 and then you could put your forehead back onto there just to rest. And then this position would be your rest position. So you're either going to go up into down facing dog from a box, or you're going to move back into extended child pose that's active, and then you should find you've got your chest moving towards the front of your thigh, and all you're doing is extending the legs, lowering, extending, lowering. So it's just a bend, extend, bend, extend. Nothing going on then with the upper body, okay, at all. And then finish that little sequence into a lovely extended child pose. So you just do a nice little rest position there, okay? So, and again, if you want to go into full child, you just bring the arms down to the sides if you want to relax your shoulders at the very end. Now I'm going to show you now how to sequence that together. So we're just going to do a little vinyasa, which is a little flow sequence, and then we're going to put it together. So get yourself ready, a little bit of water if you want to, and then I'm going to get Nigel ready to go into a lovely flowing vinyasa, and you can work that with him. Okay, so are you ready then? We're going to do a lovely vinyasa with cat and down facing dog, and we're going to sequence it so it's going to be nice and flowing one to another. So obviously if you don't like the sit back, hover the knees, lift up, stay with more the box position, lift up into down facing dog, so you can adapt this to suit you if you don't like sitting back. Okay, I'm going to do a variation with Nigel, so we're going to have a little mix between the two. Okay, so everybody, box position to start with, breathing. Inhale, dip your lower back, a little dip more. Exhale, drop your head, tuck the tailbone, arch up through the middle back, breathing. Inhale, dip, look up. Excellent. Exhale, drop the head, tuck the tailbone, arch up. To remember, just breathe comfortably if you find that you're finding you're breathing in the wrong position. As long as you're not holding your breath, that's fine. Inhale again, dip into the lower back, look up. So we're just getting that lovely movement here. Exhale, drop the head, tuck the tailbone, arching up, finding the space. This time move back to your heels. So move back, move back, move back, all the way back. Lovely. Now bend the elbows, do a sweep, try and brush your nose forward, low as you can to your mat, as far forward as you can push up, because then you're going to work the back of the arm, your triceps. But again, absolutely fine to push up at the heel of the hand. Know that if you go past the fingertips, it's much harder for the push up, and at that point you'll look up. Inhale, dip. Exhale, drop the head, tailbone arch. Let's move back again with the arch, moving back, exhaling, exhaling, exhaling. And then on the in breath, you'd sweep forward again, sweep, 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 push, and into box position. Lovely. Take a little pause there for a moment. Now drop the head there so it's nice and relaxed, and then tuck the toes under at the back, so make sure your toes are now tucked under, and then just move your chest towards the front of your thigh. So just drop down, down, as if you're going to down facing dog. So start feeling your chest going through, nicely relaxed. Stop there, stop. Now lift the knees, extending the legs, but keep the knees bent so that your chest can just keep moving towards the front of your thigh. There, lovely. Head is dropped, back is lovely and straight. Now walk through the feet, so drop the right heel down, then the left heel, then the right, then the left, then the right, then the left, then the right, then the left. Hold the left down, bring the right to join it. Feel the hips going up, feel the chest going to the front of your thigh, and breathe. 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring the knees down. Inhale, look up, dip into the lower back. Exhale, drop the head, tailbone arch, move back to your heels, and take a pause all the way into extended child pose. So you get a little breather and you can rest there. So relax the arms as well, and that's your little breather for a moment. Okay, so now we're going to do another sweep through, and this time we're going to sit back to our heels and push up and just do the leg extension. So Nigel will explain, I'll explain and he'll show you, so if you're unsure. So it's a sweep through first, so sweep, 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 up, into box, push, good, lovely, toes are tucked under, which they are, head is dropped through, and then just sit back. That's it, good. Feel the chest going towards the front of the thigh, extend the legs up, push, 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 up. Now, what I want to do is I want to see the back position staying the same, and all I want you to do is keep this position the same, Nigel, so your upper back, and just bend your knees towards the mat. Doesn't matter if they don't touch there, so bend them down, but stop as soon as you need to change this position. So get them down to the floor, down, 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 and then up again, up. Head drops through, relax, and then bend the knees to the floor, and then up. So some of you will be able to get all the way to the floor, that's quite comfortable, and some of you will just go down partly because you'll find this shape is changing. You see, Nigel's body is wanting to change this shape, so come back up again, up, and already you can see it's just slightly adjusted. So bring your chest in slightly towards there. Can you see? Now go back down again, bend. So it's really good just so you can see this on somebody else, and then push up and then down. Can you feel that in your legs? Down, last time. Down, 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 down. Brilliant. Flatten the feet and continue down now into active stretch. Lovely. So now you've got a really nice active stretch here. So the arms are straight, the head is dropped through, the chest is moving towards the front of the thigh. So you've still got quite a nice active movement here going on for the back stretch, which is really nice. So now if you sweep through again, so do another sweep. Good, good, good. Push up into box. Push. Now all I want you to do now is just drop your head and then bring your chest towards the thighs. That's it, good, and drop back there, and then come back again, and then back again. So do that again, sorry, and then just move, feel the chest, and there. Now just let that just settle there. Think about a back stretch, think about your chest going towards the front of your thigh, and think about there. Can you feel that in your back? Yeah. So again, you can just, if your back is a bit tight, you don't even need to go up into down facing dog here. You can just do this lovely stretch here. So the arms are active, so they're straight, not touching the floor. Head is dropped through. It's not actually resting on the floor, but it's really thinking about bringing the chest towards the front of the thigh. Inhale, come up into box position. Good, good. And then if you can just turn round and have your head the other side, so just go all the way around, and just, because I just want to show the heel bit. So now, so say you're just doing the upper body on its own because you think, actually, I don't want to come all the way up. Now you can just extend this leg out, okay, toe tucked under, and then just push the heel back. So push the heel back and get a calf stretch. So you can just hold that position there, and can you feel that there all into your calf there, stretching out there, keeping nice and square, and then come back, and then do the other side. So again, push and push nicely back into there, nicely square onto the hips there. So again, you can actually do that in that position. So what you can do here is now this knee could lift, okay, so toe tucked under and then push back a little bit more. So this is just sort of hovering there, and now you can see that you can push back a little bit more, and he's starting to go towards that down facing dog, and then the chest can go through, but this leg is just nicely relaxed. How's that feel? Yeah? And then come back into box, and then do that on the other side. So toe under, so lovely, stretch, 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 and then start lifting this knee up, and then feeling the back just moving through, and the chest going through, and then you're finding your shape again. But then you're really working down into this leg, and this leg is just nicely relaxed there. So that's another nice option that you can put in. Come all the way back down, good, good, bring the knees together, do a nice little sit back, so moving nicely back, ease, and then bend the elbows in nicely, stretch, and then ease the head down. So I'm just going to put actually I'm just going to put 2 blocks there, just so you can put your forehead on 2, because now he's going to be feeling much more relaxed there, so we can just ease out into that position, and then just take some nice easy breaths. Well done. So that is cat and down facing dog, and how you can put that into a vinyasa, and how you can work slightly differently through upper back, middle back, lower back, and then how you can bring the calf Achilles stretch into that as well. So lots of little sequence combinations that you can use, and then you can add that into your daily routine. Hopefully that will help you.